Hello, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to implement this UI. I think we've started doing something with regards to this in the class. It's a question that says the interface below represents an attendance system designed to capture the names of PGD computer science students only who attend the Csc703 lab session. As a developer, you are invited to design the interface of the system as well as the functions or functionalities of the entire body, of the entire buttons and all that. And the system is looks this way. You enter name, supply matrix number, then you add, then it's going to add name here. If you clear, it's going to clear what is in the two text boxes. And then from here, if you want to copy it into the next on text area, you push, you click on move, copy to copy, or you click on move, it will move the text from here into here. For today, I want us to just concentrate on most importantly the UI and simple functionalities, and then maybe later we see how we add in some things, or if we have time, because I want to stop by 5 o'clock. If I'm able, I can inshallah complete everything as it is. So now let's start attendance system. We are going to create a new fresh program. I'll close this and I'll close all this. Inside our workspace, we're going to create another new project. Then you click on file, come to new, and then click on Java. Then you write in the name of the project is PGD attendance system as a project name. PGD attendance system project. Okay, so you go by the default based on the system gets latest version of your GRE. It populates it and make use of it for your project. Then you finish it here. The module is not needed for now. Then this has been created. You can now click on to see that's what we did, and then in the source SRC here nothing is there, but then for the one we have done, SRC now contains a package, and the package is the name of your project, right? So for this now, what you do, just right click on the project name, go to new, and then click on class, and then you write maybe attendance system, and then class name by convention supposed to start by capital uppercase. That's why it's giving me this problem, and it's a warning, discouraged, and then you have A. It's a warning. Default package. Okay, then the default package name is sorry, I thought it's this warning, but then we are supposed to start by a capital letter, and then the default package is the project name if you do not write any package. But if you want to write any package, you write the package name here, and then all classes are going to be centered around that. If you don't want, you can now see if you want the package name is written this way. Is the package name is the actually normally the barcode, the reverse of your domain name. If you have, for example, ccl.com, for example, let me see, the domain name for Kasu is kasu.edu.ng. Then if you want to take package name from here, you now see ng.edu.kasu. So it's a barcode. You take the back of you take it, you reverse it. So now for our own case, let's just say PGD Csc, let's say .com. So now we now say com.pgdcsc. So this is package name. So I can now go with this as a package name. become the pgd csc. So with this now, it's not going to use the default package name. Rather, as you can see, the error or the warning is gone, so it's going to use this. But then let's add attendance. So it captures the actual thing we are actually doing. So you now click here to select main method, constructor, and all these all are needed. And right, that's good. So it has created. Let me clear this console. It has created for us. Let me quickly format the. I will remove this, and this is our constructor. Turn off the constructor. And for this, I will remove this also. There's something it's telling us to add stuff. Then this is what end of the main method. Good. Then the last one is end of the class. That's good. So here we did not write anything. This is our class. We have already explained these things. This is the class declaration attendance system, and this is our main and a special method, which is the constructor, and then this is the main method. So the first thing I do is to check whether this class is working. So I will write something in the sys out here in the main method, and I will print out something. Let's just say attendance system. It will just print out this for us to confirm that the class is working. So I now run the class, I run the program. So here it's working, it has printed on console. But this development we are coming up with to solve this problem, it's not a console problem, it's not a console project, rather it is a GUI project. This it is this GUI means graphical user interface project, not console. Right? So the first thing we implement is we implement inheritance and many other stuff in it for us to come up with our system. So this, I remove this since it's working, and I erase the content of the console. It's working. So now what do we do to come up with the development of a console program, GUI program? We have mentioned in our class that we talk about inheritance. We talk about a class called JFrame, and that JFrame is a built-in program, a built-in class designed by the developers of the language. It is the one that has this kind of a window structure like this with open, close button and all this. So now if I want to inherit the properties of it, and I will say extends what? Extends we test like this. Extends JFrame like this. So it tells me that there is an error here because JFrame hasn't been imported. So when you click, it imports this package for you, JFrame, a library. It will import it for you, so you can make use of it. All right. So here it extends JFrame, and then I'm going to add some things for the functionalities, and I know that later. So from here to here, the declaration is for console. But if you want to declare for GUI, you have to declare up to here. The class name, public class, the class name, extends. Extends means inherit. It extends JFrame. So this is extending JFrame. It means it is inheriting properties of JFrame. And what is JFrame? It's an assignment. You write about JFrame. Okay, this is an assignment. What is JFrame? Write about it under here. Question 1 talks about JFrame. The JFrame class. Let's write about it. JFrame is the window, it's your window, but I want you to search and write. And this is another assignment. So here I have extended, that means I can use properties of this. So the first thing I do is to come up with the JFrame alone. So the first thing you do is before writing anything here, look up here, we need to have this frame. So what you do is to come up with what we call variables here, private J panel, the variable declarations. These are the variables we are going to be using. So JPanel is also a swing private. Okay, JPanel panel. Yes, you declare it and then announce here. You declare the variable. This is the type of the variable, and the type is JPanel. It is also a class, a built-in class, and it's requiring that I should also import this, and it's from Java the Swings. It's from the same library with this JFrame. So, but then if you look at it, if I continue to have classes, anyway, maybe with time I'm going to erase all this and I will import the entire classes of what swings. Okay, instead of me importing JFrame, I will import button, I will import text box and all this. So now I'm done with the panel. So the panel has some things here, you know. Okay, so then here this is constructor. What I do is to initialize all variables within constructor. Constructor is used for the initializing variables. So you use it to initialize variables. So and objects, yeah, variables and objects, of course, yeah, all that. All variables, let's just say objects, initialization of objects. So here panel, I want to initialize it. Panel equals to new panel. I'm writing this for you in a kind of panel equals to new JPanel. This is the class. Then you introduce this as a constructor of the class, and then you don't write anything here. So then there are things here. This is initialization. So I can now see initialization of sorry, I'm doing something else. So I just ordered to carry out the action. Initialization of objects or variables. Right? But in here, after initializing it, I want it displayed. So one thing is the actual window here is the JFrame, but then before you put in anything on top of the JFrame, we needed something called panel. So it's a container that houses everything. So then, but then until the panel should be added to the JFrame. So I can now say I want to add panel into JFrame. I will now say this.add what? Panel. Thank you. With the IntelliSense. So I'm adding this. I've added panel on top of the JFrame. So this I can now see adding. I'm giving you kind of a comment to help and assist you in reading the video or the text I'm going to send to you, the source code. Adding the panel on the JFrame, in the JFrame class. So let's now run and see. When you run, nothing will happen because there are two things. I did not invoke the class. Here we have stated that for anything to start working, the execution must start from here. So for it to work, I have to call the class object or the instance of the class here by saying new. What is the class name? New attendance system. Attendance system. For me not to be compatibility, let me just copy. So then, and then I will paste it here, and I will, yes, this now it invoked the class object. Invoked, it creates, first of all, it creates the class instance. This is the first thing that happens here. Secondly, then the main method executes it. The main method executes the objects, and by executing it makes it run. It enables it to get implemented and run. So, but then even when this happens, it won't show anything. You have to tell it to show. You can now say this. This is referring to the JFrame. This.show. Sorry, this dot. Yes, it's a volume value. This dot. Let me start by saying this dot set. This dot set title. Yeah. This dot set. This dot set title. I don't need to create anything. Sorry. All right. Yeah. This dot set visible. Sorry, not sure. This dot set visible. This dot set visible is the method that makes it. It's a boolean value, so you make it either false or true. So now true. That means it will show. To show this dot set size. It's a dimension, so you give it dimension of a size. This dot set size, see, let's say 250 by 250. We'll correct it later. If it is not correct, then this dot set title. Yes, so get the title. You can do your setters and get your title somewhere. So let's have the title here. The title is Attendance System for PGD Computer Science. So let me see. Attendance System for PGD CSC. Then let me run for the second time. Yes, our JFrame is coming up, but then it is blank. Of course, nothing is in it because I did not add anything. I didn't add anything actually. But then please look up something. Look up here. Why is it coming out from here? It's supposed to be coming out from the center of the site page or screen. Then you now see this. To fix that, you say this was set location, relative location, relative to null. That means it should not be relative to anything, because now is relative to the left side. So when I click, yes, the JFrame comes out. But then I want it to be larger. So this row column, I think. So I want to increase the row. So I want to increase the column to have, let's say we should have. 500 columns, 500. Then it's based on pixels for the column. Okay, yeah. Sorry, number of rows. Then let's say for 500 by 500, and then you save our row. So this is a JFrame, of course. Look at our solution here, our project here. This is what we wanted, and if you look at it, we are nearly getting to this. So let's now see how we add the names. I mean, all these labels, the text boxes and the buttons as well, and then the text area and all this. Yeah, it's okay. So let me erase all these ones. Let me close them. We don't need them. It's for test. So I've just started with the frame. So we needed some things like we need name, matric number, and the 2 buttons or 3 buttons. Name, matric number, copy, move, all this. So let me quickly do this. Private J label. We need a label. I said I want to stop by 5. Okay, is it possible? Okay, let me see what I can. Actually, functionalities cannot be added today. J label. Let me just see if I can finish the UI. J label, and by convention we write LBL. The first label is name, LBL name. Okay. So let me quickly do something. So you see now it's requiring me to import swing as well. So if care is not taken, we see swings, many swings. So what you do is to import all swings by just introducing the asterisk here. So it will import all swing libraries for you. Even though sometimes it tends to consume memory actually because the libraries are many. But I think to ease our something, and the line number will not be so much many. So we have a matric number, and I think these are the only labels we have. Then let's move to txt. So now another private. See, we give gap for us to understand what we have, what we are doing. The LBL text field. So this by convention is txt name. Okay, and then for the second one we have txt matric number, then we needed buttons, 2 buttons, add and clear, and then copy and move. So now in private J button and btn by convention, btn add. Okay, so here I need another btn, we call it btn clear, and I need another btn and I call it btn copy, and another one and I call it btn move. Yes. So then now let's initialize all these things right from label. The label here, initialize it within the constructor here. Initialization here. Equals to new J label. The type J label. Of course. What is the label? The label is name. So you type in here name, maybe with something like this, and you do same for LBL matric number, of course, IntelliSense new, and then J label, and then here you write in matric number. That is what the user sees on screen. Then the txt name equals to new jtext. Here you specify number of characters to be written here. So I think this, let me give it 15. And that of matric number I think is let me see if I can have matric number on. I want to go by what I have as a designer. So let's say we have 25 here. And here is going to be txt matric number sum, and then I have this. Let me put on these things, or I should just go by everything at the same time. So let me put on name and all these, then let's add them. So for the buttons I have btn, the first one is btn add, goes to new J button, and here you give it add as a label of the button, and btn clear, continue, J button, let's see, clear, BTN, copy, here BTN, copy, just copy with distance, then move BTN, move, okay, yeah, move, then I have new J button, move, then with this, yes. So now let me now add them on panel. How do we add on panel? First of all, you add, see, adding the components in the panel. Then later you add panel on component. That's already been added. Panel has been added on a panel on JFrame. But then now adding, so you now see panel dot add first btn, not btn, lbl name, which is the one you add first, followed by txt name, yes. Then the two buttons as well, I'm just copying to ease my sample. btn, when you add in the first line like this, okay, yeah, then btn add, and then btn clear. Then later you add the panel would add LBL matrix number, then panel would add txt matrix number. Yes, I think I'm done with the part of it. Then let me run. Yes, can you see? It has run, but then actually we don't have any sort of kind of alignment, no alignment. This is a topic on its own, alignment, where we align. We have grid bag layout, or there's no layout manager is being used, but we can tweak it a bit and reduce these to like this, maybe to be okay. So you can reduce this row, column, this column row, this column, maybe reduce it to 300 and see what's going to happen. Okay, it is too tiny, let's say 400. But delta when alignment, yeah, it's okay now. When alignment is introduced, then we can actually do that. We align and do the griddings and all this boxing. So grid back layout is the best. I think let me quickly finish this UI. So we call it, we stop the video. Instead of me stopping here, let me quickly do this. This is what we call text area. But then text area is something, for you to come up with text area, you have to be very careful. You can check from our something here. You come up with text area. Actually, it's not simple, but then it's not hard as well. So text area class here. You first of all declare something called Csc703, then you come up with the text area object, something like this. This is what we want to come up with. So what you have to define this scroll pane. Please go through this and start from the top here. I don't have time to read this for you, but then start from top. Scroll pane is what enables you to do this scrolling up and down, and then this is the text within. So what you do is to also create it here, private G-scroll pen, G-scroll pen. Yeah, you can just see scroll pen as a name, or just pen, scroll pen, then private G. But then we have two different text areas, so you can see J-scroll pen 1 and J-scroll pen 2. You have two text areas. This is what I mean, one here and one here. So then this, yeah, the name is complaining of the name. You can't duplicate two objects with same name. J-scroll pen 1, J-scroll pen 2, J-scroll pen 2, then J-text area. Now see text area 1, and then text area 2. So now with this you can start. You now initialize your text area, initialize your scroll pen. The text area, you initialize the text area first of all by assigning the height and width. Like this is 10 by 20, that is the length and the width of it. So let me start by initializing text area 1. Now see equals to new J text area, then you specify what is the dimension, 10 by 20. So you do same for the second text area, which is text area 2. Then you now initialize your scroll pen. Scroll pen is initialized this way, please. Let me zoom this for you to see. You have to be very careful, otherwise it's going to give you issues. So you initialize scroll pen as it is, but then you introduce the text area inside it. Then you call these vertical, horizontal scroll bars and all this. So you now see scroll pen 1 equals to new J scroll pen. Yes, this is it. So the initialization is the first parameter here is your text area inside, then comma. Now this scroll pen dot vertical should come up first, otherwise you have issues with the conventions. So you now see G scroll pen dot vertical scroll bar, always. Yes, this is the vertical scroll bar, the one here. It should be there always, but then the horizontal is as needed when you need to scroll with the horizontal. Then comma G scroll pen dot what, horizontal as needed here. Then with this you are done. So I can now just copy this, or instead of copy, let me do again for this course. Scroll pen 2 equals to new J scroll pen, terminate. Then you introduce your text area inside here, text area 2, and then comma, then J scroll pen dot vertical scroll bar always, comma, J scroll pen dot horizontal as needed. Then be done. Then next is if you want to add text area, you are not adding text area, rather you add the scroll pen on the panel. So this is initialization. Actually it's supposed not to be here. Let me cut it up here. Yes. Then for adding on panel, I call the scroll pen, the first scroll pen, which is panel now. Panel dot add scroll pen 1 into here. Yes, scroll pen 1. Look at what's happening here. This, you add this, then you add the 2 buttons, you add the second something here. So you add the 2 buttons. These 2 buttons should not be added here actually. Cut them and bring them up here. Then you add the other scroll pen panel, but add scroll pen 2. Yes, I think we are done with the UI. Let's run and see. Yeah, we are, but then there is, yeah, we have to make it something like this maybe. Or actually there is no UI. UI actually, I think what I should do is to increase the no layout manager, and for us to treat layout manager is going to take us time. Let me make this 25 and this maybe 35. Let's see how it's going to look like. Just, I think if I do it like this, I think it's better I take it this way. But where are the, oh sorry, add and clear. I took add and clear from there. They are not the 2 buttons. These 2 buttons these are buttons to be added. I'm sorry, this, let me copy this. It's up here. Add them immediately after this label name. Add this. Then for those ones is copy, and supposed to take copy. Here is btn copy, and btn move. Then you run. Actually this video is lengthy. Then now we'll just create something like okay, I understood. Let me reduce the size of the, let it be 10 by, let's say 10 by 5, and let me introduce 5 here. Size of the scroll bars says so then we now make it like this, and then maybe add it a bit. So maybe this can be 10, and this also maybe 10. Then the dimension here, let it be 50 here, and then we run. Yes, there we go. Even though one is on top of another one, maybe we'll talk about that later in the next video. How do we come up with this? One is one on top of another one like this. But then I think we've created something manageable really. That this unless we introduce layout manager, that we can create exactly the same UI. So we're going to stop here, and later in our next class we continue with the functionalities and maybe touches on the UI and all this, because this UI to me is not all that good. So it's okay. Thank you for watching. We meet next class.